Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Decades Challenge. We are in the second half of 1326. In the first half, we had Auguste Verviers meet a few single ladies, and ultimately he chose Rosa de Lacy to be his wife, without knowing that she had previously had a fling with our friendly neighborhood rake, Cailan. Cailan started getting closer to Becca Burton, a seamstress from Henford, and so in this episode, I would like to have him get married so that we can then concentrate on getting Adrianna married and spend a bit more time with Alexander, who has his teen birthday today. It is still quite early in the morning, but I did want to show you guys a notification pop up that I got during the night, which is from Harlan saying, "I'm feeling very unsatisfied in our relationship. If you are mean to me while I feel this way, our romantic relationship will suffer." So I am going to take this as Harlan has been missing Adrianna, and I think he might be at a point where he might want to take things a little further, maybe actually get married and sneak off together, so that they can actually be together. Maybe he knows that officially she's with Grayson and he just wants to stop pretending and he wants them to actually get serious in their relationship. I feel like Molly had a really good take on Harlan and Adrianna's relationship in the comments. Maybe Adrianna is putting up a bit of a front when she's with Grayson. He's the very traditional family man, and she has been trying to be the girl that would be good for Grayson. However, her real self isn't quite in line with what Grayson would want, and she probably gets along much better with Harlan, who she can actually be herself with. And another thing is that Adrianna has a pretty explosive personality, and Harlan being a bit more, I'll say, mature, and he's seen a lot of things, and I think her personality just doesn't really bother him all that much, whereas Grayson, who wants a family and who wants everything to be stable, he might not get along so well with her in the long term. And so I am also going to try and find some time today to get Adrianna and Harlan to interact a little bit more and maybe finally get engaged and married. Although I'm not sure how Brayden is going to feel about his sister wanting to marry a notorious outlaw, but maybe he just wants to turn his life around, take the riches that he's pilfered from people, and go and settle down somewhere where nobody knows him. So does that mean they're going to be staying in Henford or in Windenburg, or does it mean that they're going to move a little further away? I am not sure yet. Really? The cat can play with the bin? That's so cute. I also have one of the cats who's bugged. He's here, invisible, and has not moved for several days. So I'm not sure what that's about. I might actually have one of the cats move away with Adrianna just to have more room in this household because Fatima is currently pregnant. And I would like to stay to 8 Sims or under in our main household just because it makes performance much better if we stay with the 8 Sims or less. Okay, so I have Adrianna here feeling flirty as always, so I'm going to invite Harlan over right away. Maybe she got all of her chores done and then she decided to sneak out back to have a little meeting with Harlan. While Cailan is also going to invite Becca, and he is going to be asking her to be his girlfriend. Okay, so here's Harlan, and he is happy to see her, so that's good. I am going to have these two maybe come out here where the rest of the family won't quite be. Oh, watch Sky. Okay, let's try that. Let's go see what that looks like. Does she dislike cross-stitching? Really? No, she's just in a bad mood because she's pregnant. Oh, and she has to pee. Go pee, girl. I'm not sure what's going on with the autonomy right now, but they're all concentrated on talking to each other and not doing anything else. Like, they won't even take care of their own needs. They just constantly go and talk to each other, which is mildly annoying. Esther, I need you to get the heck out of there. Oh no, even Esther is feeling flirty. Oh no, Cailan, go away. Fatima is going to be in her third trimester in 14 hours, so I'm not sure if we're going to see her give birth in this episode or not. There's always a chance, since I am trying to play an extra day per episode to catch up on my little calendar mix-up that I had. Okay, so Becca is here talking to little Romarin. That's cute. Maybe she's still trying to show, you know, how she would make a pretty good wife. So he's going to come over and tell her that she looks very nice today. And then he is going to ask her if she would like to be his girlfriend. Okay, there we go. Cailan is making things official with Becca. So I think I'm going to have them try and get into a little flirtatious encounter here. And at the same time, we are going to go and look at what Adrianna and Harlan are doing. So they are looking at the sky together. They're so cute. I'm going to have Adrianna do a deep conversation with him. What? Why did his satisfaction go down? So I think she might hint that she is also ready to maybe make things official and serious, and that his satisfaction keeps going down. Is it because he doesn't like affection? Okay, I went into Cass and changed up his preferences a little bit because his turn-ons and turn-offs were not at all aligned with what his attraction from Wicked Whims was. So I think things should go a little bit smoother now. All right, so I think things are going a little better now. She is very flirty again, and she's having a breathtaking encounter. And I think he might let her know that he was feeling like she should make up her mind. Does she want to stay with Grayson, or would she be interested in pursuing something with him? To which I think she is probably quite open. You know, she might let him know that she isn't all that interested in a role as a traditional wife, and she probably sees him as a bit of a way out of the traditional life that her family sort of hopes for her. Oh, what's this? Cailan has learned Rosa's romantic boundaries. Rosa? What's happening? What? Oh, Rosa's here! Uh-oh. What is she doing? Oh, gosh. You just got married, though. Right, I didn't show this on screen, but I did get her married to Auguste, and they did move into a home together. And, oops. Cailan and Becca are both very satisfied in their relationship. That's great, but Rosa is feeling very unsatisfied. Oh no. The lack of connection is causing dread and solitude. Encourage your sim to nurture their relationships? What's that supposed to mean? You got caught, boy. And Rosa is actually Fatima's half-sister, so she might actually go and get her. And, I don't know, maybe she'll see she's upset and ask her, what's wrong? Do you want to talk about it? Why are you so upset about Cailan courting another woman? And I don't know if Rosa might actually tell her that she had a little woohoo with him and she thought that he loved her, although she did just get married, so I'm not sure what she expected, but maybe that's what Fatima's going to tell her. You know, it's normal that if you got married, he's also going to get married, and it never could have worked between you because he's just a farmer and you're much richer than that. All right, here we go. Cailan is proposing to Becca, and she said yes. All right, so while those two are celebrating outside, Rosa here is probably not feeling all that great, so I'm gonna have Fatima come and talk to her and have a deep conversation and say, you know, even if you loved him, you should concentrate on your marriage and your relationship. You know, Fatima knows what she's talking about. The dynamic between Cailan and Becca is wholesome. Sure. You know, Fatima does know how it feels to be in love with someone, or to know that your soulmate is one person and to be married to another. Give family advice. There you go. Okay, so everything is progressing well for everybody. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna let the autonomy do its thing with these guys, and I'm gonna come back to Adrianna and Harlan. So, what I'm thinking is that maybe they're going to come up with a plan. You know? Maybe they... Oh, I should get going. Okay, that's fine. So maybe they're going to make a little plan that when Cailan is going to get married and everybody is going to be distracted with the event, maybe she and Harlan are going to sneak off and elope. I don't think Adrianna would have any qualms about just sort of abandoning her family. Being impulsive, I think she would just go with the flow and, you know, in the moment, it feels right for her to leave the family and go and live with Harlan. So that's what she's going to do. She's probably not even going to tell anyone about her plan, and she's just going to do it when Cailan gets married. It is the winter time though, so I think if we're going to do a wedding, we're going to do it at the church. Oh yeah, but it doesn't work. Yeah, for some reason I can't do a marriage at the church. No idea why. So we might have to end up doing it outside here and hope nobody freezes to death. Okay, so I have planned the wedding event for tomorrow morning. Hey Adrianna, we're having a little get together before prom. Well, why not? What could go wrong? Last time everything went so smoothly. Oh no, you're gonna freeze, lady. And tell her, you live in Tortosa. Okay, that's better. I figure that Adrianna may be having one last get together with some friends before she sneaks off. So who we've got around here is we've got her cousin Zane that she's very good friends with. We've got Ann Teller, who shouldn't be here because she is in another kingdom. We have Emma Brickenden and her brother Nicholas Brickenden, which are Sims that I got off the gallery and that we're actually meeting for the first time. So I'm gonna have her come and introduce herself. We have Camilla Holton, who is currently living with Becca in the seamstress shop, and they just left. They're just leaving. Adrianna has instant attraction to Nicholas. That's great. So is that what she's going to get up to before she elopes with Harlan? She is going to have a fling with someone at a party? He's just standing here singing, and it's terrible. Oh god. Could she be telling them about her plan? I don't think so. She's just meeting them for the first time, although they immediately became friends. And she does want to have fun. So I don't know if the prom is actually going to work this time, but I see this as them having a bit of a gathering at a barn, and she was invited. Oh great. Attractiveness alert with Nicholas. Yeah, thanks. Oh great, now she's feeling flirty. Harlan is not going to like this, is he? There might be another murder in the cards here. Oh. Look who's here. Grayson? Are you kidding me? He's everywhere. This guy is everywhere. And I'm not sure it's very useful for you to be shoveling snow here, but you do you, Rose Thomas. It seems like Grayson is creeping around. Maybe he saw her speaking to Harlan and he knows something is up, but he doesn't want to ask her directly because he thinks she's gonna lie? I don't know. Okay, what can she do for fun around here? Can she come cross-stitch? That seems strange. She gets invited to a party and she decides to cross-stitch. I'm just not sure what she can do for fun except woohoo out here. Can she play in the snow? Oh, have a snowball fight. Here, let's do that. Oh, Grayson. Here, let's have them all go for a snowball fight. How exciting. How absolutely exciting. It's kind of bringing her fun up. Prom is starting. Okay, let's try this and see what happens. Oh, we can even take Cailan and Esther. Let's try it. And it bugged out. Okay, well, proms are just not working at all for my UDC save game, which is a shame because I actually did do a lot for that. She's staring at Grayson Carver. Of course she is. How can you be attracted to everyone? Oh man, look at them looking at each other. Is she gonna go for a last hurrah before leaving? Although, prom may have bugged out, but that doesn't mean that they can't go out to some other place, so I think that's what I'm going to have her do. Okay, so it's not exactly prom, but I got everybody to this tavern here to celebrate Cailan's recent engagement. So I'm gonna have everybody come inside. Of course, Sheila's here. Are you hoping to pick someone up and have another... What's that music? Okay. Can we maybe not have that type of music playing? Okay, so I brought a bunch of teens here along with Esther. I have Noah and I have Cailan with Adrianna, and I'm just gonna have these guys interact a little bit, party, and celebrate Cailan's engagement and hope nobody gets into too much trouble. But I already see that Eleanor's here, so that's a bit dangerous for Cailan. Oh great, Sim's looking for love are in the right place. It's singles night. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have Esther come and chat with Cedric. Or actually, can she ask him to dance? I'm gonna have her offer a seductive dance to Cedric. I have no idea what that does. Oh, Adrianna just picked up a lute and started playing. At least it's bringing her fun up. Oh. Oh, is that a seductive dance? That's what that looks... Oh gosh. Adrianna's playing the lute for them. Just look at them dancing. It's so awkward. Okay, Cailan's here. Cailan has a bit of a romance bar with Eleonora, so I think I'm also going to have him come and offer a seductive dance to Eleonora. Harlan Graves? Harlan Graves is here? Where? Oh my gosh, he's so far away. What are you doing out in the storm, Harlan? Alright, so we've got a bunch of Sims dancing out here. And I don't know why she's just swearing at the air. I wonder if before she leaves, Adrianna is going to try and sort of apologize to Esther for how their relationship has been. You know, maybe she's contemplating that this might be the last time she sees her sister. And maybe she's... It doesn't seem to be going very well, but... Oh, look at them. Look at them in the background. This guy is engaged to be married. Can you tell? Oh my god. Oh man. The romantic relationship between Cailan and Rosa has fizzled away. Oh, that's a little sad, but I think it's necessary. They both ended up marrying other people, and it was fun while it lasted, but it was just a little fling. Okay, so I think this was a pretty tame little evening, and we have the three siblings just having a conversation here by the fireplace. Maybe they're gonna ask him how he feels about getting married. And he's like, well, you know, it was inevitable. Brayden promised me that I could keep the other farm if I got married, so that's sort of what I had to do to make sure that I could keep working there and managing the farm. So I think Becca's gonna be good for me. We get along pretty well, you know? Oh great, Eleanor just came and sat down. I'm not sure they've ever had a kiss before, so I might just have them have a little kiss before he leaves. I just feel like that would be something he would do, you know? I'm gonna add her to a group with him, and I'm just gonna have him go upstairs for a minute. So maybe it was a little bit loud downstairs, so they decided to come upstairs just to talk a little bit more in private. She is a very good looking little lady. There, why not have them have a little kiss? Oh, he wasn't sure there. I mean, she did have an illegitimate baby with his brother, but there, why's the nun here? But she's like, excuse me, but what you're doing is inappropriate. Just go away. Thank you. Maybe she's like, oh, but aren't you getting married soon? And he's like, yeah, but you know, you gotta have fun before you get hitched, you know? Woohoo, an unconventional object? I don't think so. Alright, so I'm gonna let those two have a little moment together. While Esther is here, she's just sitting down and staring into the abyss or something. Maybe she's like, yeah, my siblings went and talked to other people and just left me here. I'm 14 and I'm not sure what I'm doing in a bar alone with men I don't know. Oh, Adrianna just got a bed. She's like, this is taking too long, Cailan, so I'm just gonna go take a nap and let me know when you want to go home. Alright, well it is getting late, so I'm gonna get these guys home. Okay, so we just came back to our main house, and since they were in a group together, Eleonora actually followed us. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the others come to bed, and maybe we could say that Cailan sort of snuck Eleonora over here, and maybe they're just going to have a little bit of fun in the barn while everybody is gone to sleep. He is feeling very confident. All right, there you go. Those two are just gonna go off for a little woohoo. And let's hope that there are no unintended consequences, because that would mean that Eleonora would have 2 illegitimate children with the Barrow brothers, which is a little bit unfortunate. They are really starting to get a reputation. Look at that poor cow. He's like, I want to go to bed. Get out of there. Oh, he's filthy. Well, she's filthy. Oh gosh. You've really done it this time, haven't you, Cailan? It seems like he has a thing for blondes. You know, he had a bit of a fling with Rosa and now with Eleonora, and she just left. Cailan has noticed that Eleonora's eyes are lingering on them more and more. Okay, there's another. I mean, you just woohooed. It's, you know, that's been sort of resolved already. What's everybody doing up? It's 2 a.m. Go to bed, guys. Look at the cat sleeping on the bench in the kids' room. So cute. I just had a thought as to why Eleonora was down to have a woohoo with Cailan, even though there's a risk that she might get pregnant. And I decided, why not have Eleonora also be engaged to be married? So basically, her and Cailan had a thing for each other for a while, and before getting married and each going on their own way, they decide. Oh my gosh, Fatima. They decided that that's disgusting. They decided that they would give in to their desires before committing to someone else. So that way, if she is pregnant, well, everybody's just going to assume that it's from her new husband. Oh dear. The wedding ceremony is about to begin and everybody's still in bed. Better get these guys out of bed. Oh wow, Becca actually showed up to the wedding first. And he even has a want to get married to her. So it seems like everything is really falling into place. Okay, Becca is here, and isn't she looking just so cute in her wedding attire? I'm going to have Cailan come and compliment how she looks. And oh yeah, I ended up giving Brandon a beard, and yeah, he looks a lot more mature now, doesn't he? Okay, Rosemary is here. Everybody's arriving, so oh, look at those two. They're just taking a little moment before getting married. All right, so the whole family is pretty much here. I don't want to take too long just in case things start bugging out, so I'm gonna have everybody gather around here. Please take your seats. Brayden is having the worst day ever for his brother's wedding, of course. Maybe because everybody's attention is on someone else and not on him. Maybe he's a little bit jealous. All right, everybody is heading over to the wedding arch. Except the bride and Corey. Maybe she's got nerves and she's just asking him for some tips or something. All right, well, we really don't have enough seats for anyone. Don't you dare. Don't you dare die, especially not while you're pregnant. Right, so this is the danger of everybody coming out here in their fancy clothes during the winter, eh? Okay, so I'm going to have him exchange vows with Becca. Aw, it's great having the whole family here. I finally figured out with MCC how to increase the amount of Sims I can have on a lot, and it's really helped with the bug of people appearing and disappearing as soon as they arrive, you know? Well, that's it. They, once again, stood in front of each other and immediately got married. Well, that's that, folks. They are teens, so that's probably why it bugged out. Let's go take a look at where Adrianna is. Okay, so Adrianna's over here. Well, everybody is busy. Or, no, wait, hang on. So I think I'm going to have her talk to her brother, Noah, in private. I'm gonna bring them over here. I was thinking about how the conversation between Adrianna and Harlan may have went the previous day when they made plans to run away together. And I think Harlan probably came over to see Adrianna and tell her that ever since their encounter at the inn, he just hasn't been able to keep her out of his mind. And he was planning to go away, you know, since he is known to be an outlaw around here, and he's had some time to put a bit of money aside, and maybe he just decided that it was time for him to move on and go somewhere nobody actually knew him. And maybe he came over here to ask Adrianna, do you want to come with me? And Adrianna, being the whimsical, impulsive sim that she is, probably said yes. And they keep going back over there to chat because they want to sit down. Whatever. They're just gonna have to have their deep personal conversation here and hope nobody else hears them. So she probably made plans with Harlan to get on the first ship out of Windenburg, but she is going to tell her brother Noah. She's probably going to tell him, brother, I have something to tell you, and I need you to give a message to the rest of the family, but you have to wait until tomorrow. And so she's probably going to tell him about her plans to leave and that she doesn't want anyone to come after her, and she is going to send word to them if she can, letting them know that she's all right. And Noah, you know, he's bad-natured and he's always gotten along, I'll say, relatively well with his sister Adrianna, so he might just say, of course I'll keep your secret. Go live your life and have fun. So I am just going to have her and Harlan sneak off together, and we are going to have these two run away and go find a ship together while they can. He's just sort of standing around here. All right, there they go. Okay. So there they go, running off, while the rest of the family is just celebrating the wedding around here together. So I am going to take a moment to move both Cailan and Adrianna out of the house, and I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so I have moved to our old farm with Cailan and Becca so that we can get her settled in. And now that they're married, she is feeling very flirty, so I'm actually going to send these two off to consummate their marriage. And then we are also going to do Alexander's birthday roll, since this little guy is now going to be 18. Assuming he actually succeeds his role, of course. Okay, so here's our little guy, Alexander, looking ready to grow up, to age up into a teen. The only number he needs to avoid is a 7. 17. And he is fine. We're also going to roll to see if he gets married. He does, and we're going to roll a d12 to see how many baby tries he gets. 5. Okay, so 5 baby tries for little Alexander. That's fair. Let's see what he looks like as he grows up. As you can see in the background, we've got little baby Tristan there. So he was judgmental, a home chef. All right, sleuth was specifically for children, so that means he's rolling 2 new traits. He's materialistic and cruel. Okay, judgmental, cruel, and materialistic. Okay, I did not see that one coming. I don't know why he starts off with 3 in the romance skill, but it's fine. I'll take it. So I'm going to start with the teen aspiration. He's clearly a drama llama if he's cruel and judgmental. Huh, so I don't know how to read this. Oh, he's got some mad eyeliner thing. Oh no, it's just lots of eyelashes. But he looks kind of cute. Let's go take a look at him in Cass and see what's to be done. Okay, so he really did age up with like several sets of eyelashes, so I am going to give him a little makeover. All right, here's Alexander after a little makeover. He actually had 3 sets of eyelashes, so I've now given him only 1, and I've given him some slightly angular eyebrows to lean into that mean trait that he has. I recently watched a video from Plumbobs in the Past where she was talking a little bit about how prisons worked, and I thought it was interesting that keepers were expected to pay for employees out of their own pocket, and I thought it might be interesting, since he is judgmental and mean and materialistic, if somehow Alexander would end up being the keeper of a prison. I'm not sure how that could come about. He is only 13 at the moment, so maybe he's going to marry into a family of keepers, and he is going to get to live out his mean trait as a keeper of prisoners. Cailan over here is going to be aging up next year, so I initially had them woohoo, but I'm going to have them try for a baby so that we can get started on his baby tries and maybe at least have one child before his time comes if he ends up passing away during his young adult birthday. So here is little Alexander here. Oh boy, being a little mean to his little sister already. I think I am going to have Alexander move in with our main household so that... What the heck is happening over there? So that Brayden is going to have a little bit more help on the farm now that both Adrianna and Cailan are going to be gone. I'm not really sure why Alexander ended up becoming mean. Oh, hi there. Neighbors coming to congratulate Cailan on the wedding, perhaps? But yeah, I don't know why Alexander ended up being mean. Maybe there was just a lot of stuff going on in his life when he was a kid. You know, Brayden moved out, his mom got remarried, then she was left at the altar, and then the guy came back. And now he's got a little brother who's taking up all of his mom's time, so maybe Alexander just sort of was left to his own devices too much and got really jealous of everybody, and now he's grown up to be a little mean. Alright, so I am going to have Becca go and do a pregnancy test right away. And I'm also going to get our friend Eleonora married. That way, if she is pregnant, we are not going to know if her child is her husband's or Cailan's. But in any case, we would be rolling. Perfect, Becca is expecting. So in any case, we wouldn't be rolling for Eleonora's child, since the child would be illegitimate and will never really be part of our family tree. Where'd Cailan go? Okay, he's gone to take a shower. All right, so I'm going to leave these guys here, and I'm going to go back to our main household. Okay, so I'm now back with the Barrows, and everybody is just sort of settling down for the evening. I bet Brayden might be wondering where Adrianna... You are far from home, my guy. Brayden might be wondering where Adrianna went during the wedding, and he probably just figures that she must have snuck off again to go to a party or a bar or something, and he's probably not too worried. So he is going to come on back home. Everybody's going to get ready for bed, and then in the morning, we're going to have Noah come over to let them know that Adrianna is gone. You might also notice that we're now missing one of the cats. I unfortunately got rid of the cat that was the least annoying. I probably should have given Mr. Wiggles to Adrianna, but I gave her Cosmo. Fatima is due to give birth in, well, any time now, so who knows? Maybe we are going to see the birth of the next Barrow kid before the end of the episode. Oh, and I also reduced our funds by 5,000 simoleons. Well, more precisely 5,172 simoleons, assuming that Adrianna may have stolen a few things on her way out. Like maybe she knew how much she was owed for her inheritance, and so she took a few things that were around the value that she was owed, and that way it's going to give her something to start with Harlan wherever they end up. And I'm also going to count the second farm as being Cailan's inheritance, so it's not too bad. We now only owe 3 inheritances, and one of those is Esther, but if Esther isn't getting married, I'm not sure when we're going to be giving her her money. Oh, she's giving birth! She's giving birth! At midnight! Oh, goodness. Okay, she's alone. Nobody else is up, and she's just going to do this on her own. Let's go, Fatima. Let's cross our fingers here. Hopefully everything is going to go well for the rolls. And it's a baby boy! Let's see. Rhett? Now let me take a look at my list of names that I have here. Arthur. How about Arthur? Oh, or maybe I should go with a name inspired by his father. So maybe Freddie Barrow? Or just Fred? Fred Barrow? Yeah, we're gonna go with Fred Barrow. We're gonna say that he decided to name this kid after his father. And his twin brother, of course. Oh, little baby. Alright, well, we're gonna have to do the roll. Let's see if we're finally going to get to keep one of these little guys. We're gonna roll for Fatima first. She needs to avoid a 1. And she's fine. Rolling for baby. No. No. Just no. Baby Fred. Oh, man. This is horrible. Oh, poor little guy. Okay. Time to say goodbye to another one. Damn it. Man, poor Fatima. Look at her. She's just miserable. At this rate, she's the one who's going to start running away like Adrianna just did. Guess I'll send her back to bed. Oh, man. Great, and now just wait in the morning. Noah's gonna come over and let them know that Adrianna snuck off in the night, and they're gonna be like, yeah, well, we just lost our baby in the night, and Noah's gonna be like, well, this is awkward. Pre-parental panic. You're a little late, Brayden. Just a little. Oh, she's crying in her sleep. This is terrible. Maybe Brayden's the one who's going to want to stop woohooing with her just because he can't stand seeing her so miserable all the time. Okay, so the family is here having breakfast, and I am going to bring Noah over so that he can let them know the great news. I like to think they're all just sort of sitting here awkwardly and not talking because of what happened with the baby. Alright, so here is our good friend Noah. Noah is going to come sit down, and he's gonna see how they're all feeling, and he's gonna be like, oh, so I guess you guys figured it out, huh? And they're like, what? What do you mean? And they're gonna tell him that, oh, ask about mood. There, that was perfect. And they're gonna tell him, well, we lost our baby during the night. And he's gonna be like, uh-oh. Well, I actually came to tell you guys that, Adrianna, you may have noticed that she's not here. And Brayden's like, oh great, what kind of trouble has she gotten herself into this time? And he's just gonna be like, well, she told me that she was leaving Windenburg, and, oh, he's just hugging everybody. Can we have everybody come and sit down while he's telling them this great news? Here, can I have him tell them like a dramatic story? There, tell them a dramatic story. Oh yeah, and he aged up the serious trade. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so here he is telling them like, Adrianna, you know, she fell in love with this outlaw guy and they got on a ship and left. And Brayden's probably like, it didn't occur to you to tell me before now? Poor Brayden. I'm gonna have Brayden probably get a bit angry at his brother for actually keeping his word to Adrianna and only telling him now. How about argue about parenting? Why not? It's gonna go like, you do realize that Adrianna is still really young and she has no clue what she's doing? How could you just let her leave? And, you know, what am I supposed to do now? Fatima just gave birth, she's still recovering, we lost our baby, and now both Cailan and Adrianna are gone? How am I supposed to run this place on my own? And I bet Fatima's a bit like, you're sort of making this all about yourself, aren't you? Esther's here just sort of staring at the wall like, yeah, I'm not going to get into this. In fact, I think I'm going to have Esther leave the table and let those guys dish it out. And she's going to come take care of our miserable animals over here. These poor animals are probably really going to miss Adrianna since she was the animal enthusiast in this house. So the solution to all of this is probably going to be to have Alexander move in with them so that he can help out with the farm until he gets married. Poor Brayden and Fatima though. They're not having a great time. Although he is happy. He's happy because he's just feeling happy from being cheerful. Now let's have Brayden also come out here and take care of these animals that he's been letting Adrianna and Cailan take care of all this time. You're gonna have to start actually doing work around here, Brayden. Sorry to break it to you. So with Brayden and Fatima losing yet another child, I think we're going to have to start considering the possibility that Brayden's line might just die off. And if that's the case, I'm not all that excited about moving on to Frederick as an heir. So I was thinking, if Brayden dies and Romarin, for whatever reason, also dies, he is still only a toddler, so he might not make it to being a teen at all, and then they might all die in the war. So if that's the case, I'm thinking we might actually skip over Frederick and Noah, since they're both settled down in their own homes with their spouses, and I think we might actually skip over to my little favorite Cailan, who is still living on our old farm, and I feel like he's the one who would make the most sense as a new heir if for some reason Brayden and Romarin aren't here anymore. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I just feel like he would be more fun to play than Frederick or Noah. Mr. Wiggles just passed out on the table because he's hungry, but the food bowl is full. So I think Mr. Wiggles is just bugged out. I think Cosmo was the only one working correctly, and Mr. Wiggles has been bugged out for a long time because he just isn't able to make it to the litter box or to the food. I thought getting rid of one of the two cats might fix it, but it didn't. He's still bugged out. All right, so it is the end of the day and also the end of the year, so I'm going to be leaving this part here. Today we had Cailan's wedding, so I'm happy that his situation is now resolved, and we also have Adrianna who snuck off with Harlan, so things are going to be settling down for her as well. So the next sim that we're going to be concentrating on is Alexander, who I'm going to move into our main household so that he can help with the chores. Unfortunately, we did lose another baby in our main household, so I'm not sure what we're going to be doing about that, but let me know if you guys have any thoughts, and I will see you in the next one.